Your local game store means a lot of things to different people. It's a local hub for socializing with others about your hobbies, a place to network and expand your interests, and a marketplace to sell off pieces, as well as to add to your collection. It's basically a nerd pawn shop, where secondhand meets high demand, and it can be confusing and intimidating. But don't worry, now you have a friend in the gaming business. My name is Mason, and I'm one of the owners of Card Gaming, a game store in Louisville, Kentucky. And this is Card Shop Candids.
Hey everybody, Mason here, Card Gaming. Welcome to another episode of Card Shop Candids. Man, it's been a while, right? So, got something to talk about today, and I think it's an interesting one, so hopefully you think it's interesting too. If you don't know what Card Shop Candids is, because it's been a little minute since we've done anything like this, Card Shop Candids is basically where I tell you theories and ideas and let you know why it is game stores, card stores, what have you, do what they do and how certain things operate. So that's what we're hitting on today, and the topic I want to talk about is product attrition and price attrition, and how the mixture between the what they call the fast nickel and slow dime theory of you either sell things really, really fast and high turnover but for less money, or you hold on to them and get more money for it and let the product last longer. And this is particularly useful for TCGs, and especially right now what the situation is where Pokemon is in the booster box apocalypse, booster box famine situation. It's really hard to hold on to product and make things stretch, and really we have to maximize the most money you get out of it, because there just isn't product available to put on the shelf. And if you did want to move it really quickly, there's not that type of product out there right now to work in that way. So you got to change things. You got to tweak things a little bit and make it work for you and kind of maximize your money, but also not hold on to things so long that they start to depreciate in value or something like that. So that's what we're hitting on today. And during the past 2 years, it's been crazy, right? And the whole situation with Pokemon going crazy and selling out everywhere. And for a lot of that, my prices were higher than what they were on TCG Player, higher than MSRP for a lot of things. And that's where this theory came into place. And I made countless videos about this topic on this very channel. And people still didn't understand that I want to put things on my shelf and hold on to them. So in order to hold on to them, because people want them so much, I have to raise the price up to have it on my shelf. That's a very hard concept for me to illustrate to people. And that's where the whole $7 hot dog thing comes from. And I have to raise my prices for something that would normally not be that price in a different situation in order to hold on to it for the sake of keeping it in my store and the plain fact that I can get that much for it. It may not be as fast as other people or that are slinging cases everywhere online and throwing things out the window, but I'm going to have stuff in my store and it's going to be for a decent margin and decent price. That's what the whole crux of the $7 hot dog and that whole meme. And it basically does break down to the fast nickel, slow dime thing. Except you can't do the fast nickel because there's not enough product. So right now, there's no booster boxes for Pokemon, right? So I really am interested, and I would like to know how these big volume online retailers that are so used to just getting huge amounts of product and then dumping them elsewhere, I'm really interested to see what they are doing right now, because their business model just isn't working right now. Their general premise of buy a pallet, sell it very quickly, but for 10% profit or something like that. That's a situation that I am interested to see what those types of people, all these online resellers and online card stores that just, they don't have the avenues that I have to get rid of stuff. And they don't have the foot traffic and not able to get the premium necessarily that I would be able to get because of how the way brick and mortar stuff works. People come to my store. There's what I call the here and now tax. People are charging up a little bit more and pay a little bit more just because they can walk out of that building, our building right now, with whatever the product it is that they want. Whereas opposed you have to order online, how long it's going to take to ship, it could be across the country if it takes a couple days, or Amazon Prime isn't working all of a sudden, and sometimes Amazon Prime is just like, yeah, hey, here's the Prime thing, and it's going to ship in a week, and it's just like, what am I paying for? But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, in these situations, it's always changing, always evolving. Every set's different. Every release is different, right? So that's what we work with, and the rules we have to put ourselves in to make money and maximize that money, but in a timely manner. And the same thing can be said for these products that we have to crack open, and I did a video about that recently, where you have to bust product to get booster packs, because people aren't buying the boxes, the premium boxes, or even ETBs. They want just loose packs. So there's a lot of times I'm busting even ETBs to get packs out of, just because people want to buy them in the pack form, just a la carte, I guess is what you would call it. And yeah, I mean, online retailers don't have that luxury. They don't have the luxury of breaking things down. I mean, they could, but it's a little rougher for them. You can't sell just a random single booster pack for $4 shipped when you have to pay, $3.80 at this point, because UPS or USPS just raised their prices. So $4 to ship something, across the country, you can't do that right now. So they probably have to bundle it in like sets of 3 or sets of 6 packs, and do a bundle like that to make money. And they could do it, but it's just harder. So, and that's the thing that I think, it's going to really weed out the people that aren't innovative, don't want to do things different, don't want to change how they do things, and the mentality of, catch and then release for sealed product. It takes a little bit more effort now. It's not the end of any attendees. We're not out of chickens, but it just takes a little bit more prep time to get them attendees. So that's really the situation that we're in, and it's an interesting concept to try to explain to people, and it's something I've spent almost 2 years trying to explain to people on this channel, that I have to make product last, because I don't know when I'm going to get the next shipment, and I have to get the most money I can for it in order to keep this business afloat. We can talk about Crown Zenith real quick. Crown Zenith came out. People were pre-ordering that set for $40 in ETB pre-sale. Come release, the price on TCG Player and other places, the product seemingly dried up, and there was just none to be had, even at release, for ETBs. And that price went up to $60 on TCG Player. What did I do? I had mine at MSRP for $50. That Saturday, I raised my price to $60, just to try to slow things down, because people were coming in on Friday and buying, 4, 5, 6 of them at a time. So you kind of have to, again, tighten the knob a little bit. I'm not going to put limits on things, because why am I going to refuse money? I'm just going to raise the price and just make a little bit more and have that same effect. So that's kind of concept that I'm working with. That's kind of idea I'm coming up with, and that's how brick and mortars specifically can kind of steer people in the direction of paying for more, but ultimately not seeing it as such a great deal that they're buying you out all the time. So that's the premise here, guys. That's what the current situation is with Pokemon and even Magic to an extent. Collector's boosters for the past couple sets have been really, really good, and they're hard to find and out of stock now. So what I do have with that stock, I'm raising the price on that as well. It's just, that's the way it is. That's the way the market is working right now. There's just not enough of anything to go around, and it's really funny to just see from set to set people's opinion and people's takes, and how their preferences change based on what's in the set and what's talked about. Crown Zenith was kind of mute for a little while, and then as people started opening it and seeing on YouTube people opening it, and Leonhardt and all these guys started to bust all these boxes. People were like, "Oh shoot, this is a heck of a set. All right, cool." And then I think that really kind of spurred people into going after these sets, and that could happen. It can happen where something gets spoiled late or something like that, and all of a sudden the prices that were maybe below MSRP at pre-release, and for pre-order, they ramp back up and really start getting released in a higher price point once people know, oh shoot, there's something good in here. So that's the cycle. That's the way it goes, and that's what we're working with right now, guys. So that's the concept I wanted to break down. The real attrition of and the balance of price versus stock and quantity, and how fast and how much money you can sell things for. Appreciate you guys clicking on the video, supporting me and the store and the channel. You guys always do, and I appreciate you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.
Hey guys, Mason here again one more time. Really do appreciate you guys watching the video. Make sure, if you like the series, give it a like. It's free, it costs you nothing. And if you are really liking the videos, please go back and watch the rest of the stuff from the series. Really helps out the channel. You should be seeing that pop up on the screen now. Also, if you have any ideas or topics that you want me to cover, go down in the comment section and let me know. But I really do appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.